Okay, project manager, this is a big deal. It's not always going to be the same person, but when you get chosen to be the day's project manager, this is your checklist, okay? So, first, class kickoff. We're going to set the timer on the whiteboard for 15 minutes, and then you're going to write your name and today's date right here, okay? Then you're going to take attendance using the roster provided and then write down the absent students here, right there. Okay, we have to get this done, right? This is a class project. So you're going to lead a quick discussion on how to cover the absent students' roles. Be reminded that if someone takes on an extra role for the day, that puts them in line for extra credit. So that should make it easier to convince someone to do a little extra work. Then you're going to need to review the previous day's work by asking the following questions. Number 1, ask the reader to reintroduce themselves briefly for the class using their nickname. So go all the way around, just a quick reminder, who are the 12 jurors? Number 2, ask the investigator to share the timeline so far. Number 3, ask the students 2 questions about yesterday's reading. If you need some ideas for how to start those questions, look at the question starters on the board. When the timer goes off, or if you finish a little early, that's fine too. But once the timer goes off, you have to begin reading at that time. Oops, sorry friends. Not sure how I got kicked out, but just bear with me for 1 second. Goodness gracious. Okay, where were we? Let's go back. All right, so once the timer goes off, you're going to begin reading for the day. You're going to set a timer for 30 minutes. So the reading part is going to take 30 minutes. You're going to pause every 4 pages or more often if you feel like you need to, or if somebody has a question. So pause every 4 pages to check for understanding. Just check in with everybody. Does this make sense? You can even use some more question starters from the board if you really need to check in. Then, when y'all are done reading and discussing for 30 minutes, the timer will go off, and then you'll do the end of class checklist below. So here you're going to set the timer for 15 minutes. Have the evidence collector share what has been collected in today's reading and whether it supports a guilty verdict or a not guilty verdict. And let's see if the class agrees. Then have the testimony evaluator share the testimony evaluations covered in today's reading and check in. Does the class agree or not agree? This is the fun part. It's the best part about being a teacher. You get to pass out stickers to 3 excellent class contributors. So you pick them out, the people who contributed in a great way today. It doesn't have to be the loudest. It could just be excellence, right? Sometimes quiet contributors are just as important as the loudest. And of course you get one too, project manager. Then your last job is to reassemble the binder. So you're going to collect everyone's papers, put them back in the right sections, and make sure each document is stored neatly in its correct place. And then pat yourself on the back because you did a great job.